morning, Yankee fans. How's everybody doing? On a beautiful day here in New York City. And it is beautiful because the Yankees won last night, and it was great. Sorry couldn't give you guys a post game last night. To be totally honest with you, I was not feeling well, and I did not want to come on gloom and bloom. So I got to watch the game, and then right after that, went to sleep, got up bright and early, and ready to conquer the stream. So how's everybody doing? It was a nice win. Ben Rice had now let's hope that he doesn't get rewarded by not playing today. But we won't do negative right now. I'm just happy that we're doing well. Waiting in the wings here is Jonathan, the master of all information, and we're going to bring him up. Thank you, Charles. I appreciate it. What do you call? I'm going to bring up Jonathan right now, and let's get going and cooking with some Yankee news, possibly. Hey, Jake, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning, Jonathan. How you doing, big guy?
Okay. Well, speaking of news, I just realized something that was posted 10 minutes ago. It says the Kansas City Royals are 4.5 games back, and I'm making clear that if they trade Seth Lugo, they want a controllable outfield in return. So, if the Yankees are interested in it, that could make Everson Pereira available in a Seth Lugo trade,
or Trent Grisham. That would make sense. What was your thought on last night's game?
They had a good game. I think Bellinger did very well. Bellinger probably saved the game last night. 3 for 4 with the home run and 2 RBIs. Yeah.
Yeah, no question about it.
It seems like he was struggling at the plate still.
Yeah. Like Charles is saying, Volpe again with another error, another one. I mean, what is going on with him?
I think it's time Volpe needs. The Yankees need to really look hard for either giving Volpe more time off and getting a different shortstop, or something has to happen because Volpe cannot. His defensive errors are just too much to bear for the Yankees. They cannot play this whole season with having a terrible shortstop defensively.
Well, I agree. We all agree with Charles that Volpe is a ball player. Not only is he a ball player, but he's a Yankee. He's a Yankee through and through.
Not Volpe.
What was that?
Bellinger, not Volpe.
Bellinger. Yeah, Bellinger. Belly is a ball player for the Yankees, and he definitely, without a doubt, is a Yankee. That's a Yankee. Charles says that Volpe is cooked. Would you recommend, Jonathan, sending him down or just outright trading him?
I know they don't want to trade him, so I would send him down for maybe a week or so. They still have, what's his name? The other guy, Vivas, who could potentially play third base. They still have Peraza. I mean, obviously it's not ideal, but you have the left side of the infield. Last night, they went 0 for 6 with I think a couple of errors. So that is not sustainable. You need a better left side of the infield. And if you have to, the one thing the Yankees have never done, and this is probably on their end, is they never benched Volpe or sent Volpe down for a week while he was struggling. And I think that we're coming to see that is a mistake. You don't play a guy just because you believe in him or you want him to succeed. If you have to give him the right time to adjust. If they have to put Volpe in the minor leagues for a week, put him in the minor leagues, call up someone, and just have them play solid defense. You don't need a 290 hitter at shortstop. You need a 250 hitter that has solid defense.
Hey, D-Train, good morning. And Jake, Francisco Alvarez was sent down to the minors by the Mets a couple of weeks ago, and now he came back and he's hitting very well and looking like a different player.
Yeah.
It won't hurt to do that with Volpe. I really believe that it wouldn't be a bad thing. The problem is they don't have anybody. I mean, who can you put there? And then you're really weak at short and third. That's the problem.
As I said, they have Vivas right now. The biggest problem they had this year is obviously Cabrera is out for the year. If Cabrera was there, then I would have said send him down in June to just get his head straight. Maybe he goes home and have a few chicken palm dinners and do whatever he needs to do to get his head right. But
I mean, not only to pick on Volpe, but what's going on with Austin Wells, in your opinion? Do you think he's overswinging? Do you think it's a bad uppercut? What do you think's going through his mind?
Austin Wells is trying to hit a home run too much. He's not trying to put the ball in play enough. So he just needs to level his swing, make sure to make contact, put the ball in play. Don't think about the home run, and he'll be fine.
Okay. I want to remind everyone, don't forget tomorrow at 4 p.m., we're going to have our live show with MJ Perdone, the CEO of Indra Public Relations. And it's going to be a really interesting show. Ties into baseball, football, basketball, golf, you name it. She has been an incredible CEO. She's been doing it for many years. And when she comes on tomorrow, have your questions. She will try to answer each and every one of you. She has a fantastic story. So that will be on the very, very present pregame show tomorrow with MJ. So don't forget, the link is already up. If you'd like to ask questions, the most important is don't forget to subscribe. Very, very important to the content. You know how important that is to us. And of course, like the program. Jonathan, another thing now. It seems to me the Yankees are really only concentrating on Suarez. But there is one other trade that may be on the table, and that's with the Pirates. Technically, what would you want from the Pirates before we ask what would you trade? What do you want from the Pirates?
Well, the thing that would help the most is probably Hayes and Bednar.
You would say Hayes? You think he moves the needle at third base?
I think his defense helps. We need a good defensive player. Offensive, right now, I'm not. In fact, the way I'm thinking about it is when it comes to third base, we have to think about the glove first, third baseman.
Okay.
I think Hayes won't give you a lot of offense, but he will give you plenty of defense to compensate for the lack of offense.
Well, what about possibly? What I like about Hayes, Jonathan, is that he's a right-handed hitter, and they definitely could use that against lefties. And I really believe. That they're going to, but that's going to be a help. And maybe I guess the Yankee batting coaches could work with him, or somebody could work with him. I don't know if you noticed last night. Did you notice that Chaz Chisholm had talked with Ben Rice before he went up there last night, and whatever he said was magical.
If I were to guess, they were talking about a certain way. Jazz saw something in the pitcher that was maybe he was tipping a pitch or something, and I don't know. I don't know what goes on between the players. I'm just guessing. Yeah. Jazz saw something in the pitcher that helped recognize a certain pitch.
I want to welcome Blaze 455 to the stream. How you doing? And thank you for coming on. Let's see. The Kansas City Royals 4.5 games back in the American League wildcard race. I'm making it clear to clubs that if they would trade right-handers at Lugo, they would want controllable outfield help in return. Yep, and that's a stereo to what Jonathan just said, and
Well,
I thank you, Blaze, for that.
as I said, that if Seth Lugo is traded to the Yankees, I probably would say Everson Pereira is in that trade.
Good morning, Charles. How you doing? Did you have your breakfast? I hope it wasn't with just Twinkies. How you doing? Maybe a change for Hayes would be really good for him. Yeah, and I think the family would love it that he becomes a Yankee. Who knows? I mean, Charlie Hayes was very popular here, and he had 2 stints with the Yankees. So who knows? We start getting all the sons of a lot of players. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I agree with that. I think so. That he would be a help, and maybe a change of scenery would definitely help him. As far as the lineup now, do you put Dominguez back in there tonight, or do you go with the hot hand?
Depends who's pitching.
Who do we? It's Bassett. Bassett's pitching tonight. Good morning, Ultra Cowboy. The baseball purist, good morning.
Bassett.
And he's a righty.
He's a righty. So I would put yes, I would put Dominguez in to bat because he's a good lefty bat. His lefty is the stronger side. I don't think they would do that because they're trading 2 outfielders, and no, they're not trading Spencer Jones for Brian Reynolds and Brian Hayes. No.
Yeah,
that is a. If you're putting Spencer Jones in that deal, I want Paul Skeens.
Okay. Baseball Purist says, how about Hayes, IKF, and Brian Reynolds for Volpe and Spencer Jones?
As I said, if you're trading Spencer Jones in that deal, I want Paul Skeens in return.
Yeah, you're hard nosed like me with Spencer Jones, huh? I do not want to get rid of him under any circumstances.
As I said, the only guy I would be comfortable trading Jones for is Paul Skeens.
Let's see. D-Train says, no Dominguez tonight. Sorry. Ultra Cowboy, if a player is hot, it's guaranteed that Boone will bench him. What do you think of that?
Well, Boone has proven to make some questionable judgment calls. So, look, this is one reason why I think Boone is not the best manager. Because,
but don't you think that that's analytic driven?
It might be analytics driven, but the analytics are not always right. You cannot run a baseball team or anybody's life based on computers. You have to use your eyes. You have to know who's hot, who's. For example, during if Joe DiMaggio was still on the 56-game hitting streak, do you bench him? Do you bench a guy that just came up a 3-for-4 night during a 56-game hitting streak?
Maybe Boone would. Who knows? Well, what about Don Mattingly? 8 straight games of home runs.
Do you bench Roger Maris during a 61 home run year just because he might need a rest? Or do you want to see him? I don't. These analytics are so overblown.
I agree with you. I don't know why the Yankees are so analytic. Charles says Boone would bench Joe DiMaggio.
Well, that's a good thing he was not alive back
then. We lose that game if Dominguez played left field. This is D-Train. What do you think of that?
Well, Dominguez has been playing better left field this year than he has in recent years. So maybe the other problem is he hasn't been given he hasn't put in the everyday lineup. So you really, I like Dominguez. I don't want to see him go traded for basically a rental, especially a rental.
Well, you rather
But
have Dominguez if they went to you and said, okay, you got to trade Spencer Jones, Dominguez, or Trent Grissom. Who would you trade?
I don't know. Probably at this point, I might trade Grisham because he's a free agent at the end of the year.
Yeah. Charles says Dominguez doesn't make that catch last night. Boone couldn't manage a ham and cheese sandwich from Ultra Cowboy. Welcome to the stream, Ultra. How you doing? That's a little bit harsh. I mean, again, you don't blame Boone. You gotta blame analytics because he has no choice. They won't tell you that, but I'm telling you, as a brother to you guys, he has no choice. He if he doesn't make the calls, then he's going to, although if I were him, it wouldn't matter to me. I'm making millions anyway. You want to fire me? Go ahead. At this point, yeah,
Before I log off, I gotta tip my hat off to Ben Rice last night with the big hit. Ben Rice home run in the ninth inning won us that game.
That's one thing I would hate. That's why I hate to trade Ben Rice. He has such an incredible swing for Yankee Stadium. I know they were away, of course, but he's got that Yankee Stadium swing that I would hate to give up, like a Fred McGriff, like a Hal Morris.
Well, the Fred McGriff trade was unexcusable. I mean, I know they had Don Mattingly, but they traded Fred McGriff for nothing. Same with Willie McGee. They traded Willie McGee for nothing. All those bad trades they made between in the 80s, before Steinbrenner got suspended.
Definitely.
The first good trade that the Yankees made after Steinbrenner got suspended was probably for Paul O'Neill.
Oh yeah, for Roberto, don't call me Bobby Kelly.
That was the trade. That was probably the trade that turned the Yankees organization around, along with signing Jimmy Key.
Good morning, Joe. Big home run by Ben Rice. Now we only have 3 games behind the Blue Jays. All we have to do is keep winning games. Let's take the division.
You're gonna bring Nathan up?
No, he's not in there yet. I just went to check if everything was cool, but it went off again. So, but Jonathan, if you have to leave us, totally understand.
Yeah, I have about a minute before I have to head out. So.
Okay.
Anyway, Cam Schlittler as well. He pitched well. I don't want to give up on Schlittler either.
Yeah, no, you're right.
But for Paul Skeens, I'll make an exception. If we're trading a pitcher for a pitcher like Paul Skeens, trade Schlittler.
Yeah, no, absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. But give your final thoughts, Jonathan, of today's game and possibly.
I couldn't see much about today's game. I couldn't find it, but.
Okay, but what do you think is going to happen today? Give us your thought.
Well, obviously, it's hard to tell you before seeing the lineup. However, I'm just hoping the Yankees can. Max Fried is pitching. Okay. I'm hoping Max Fried can get back to the winning ways he was before that brief injury, before the All-Star break, and just shut the Toronto Blue Jays down and get the win.
Okay. Well, thank you, Jonathan, for everything. Remember, we do have a pregame and a postgame later on, and hoping you can join. And I really, really appreciate it. So thank you so much. And, of course, while we're on the air, if there's any trade possibility, please let us know, okay?
As I said, I don't expect anything big to happen until the weekend.
You got it. Well, thank you, Jonathan. Have a great day, you and your family. You take care. All right. Well, then there's one, and I am ready to bring up the big guy. He's going to be coming up in a couple of minutes, Mr. Nitin, and I'm hoping that everything looks ready to go, and he'll be fielding your questions as we move on here on NY Yankee Mania. Let's take a few more questions. You have D-Train, Jake, facts. Boone will be wise to keep the best defensive alignment out there today. A misplay can cause us the game. Like 99 said, play Dominguez in the Bronx. Okay, but don't forget now. Don't forget, the left field is the hardest in the Bronx. It's even worse and harder to play, especially in the daytime. So that's the problem. To play it, it's a very hard position. If you remember the old Yankee Stadium, whoever followed the Yankees before that, they had a very, very, very hard time to play left field. Those 4:00 games and those 2:00 games, that was a problem. So with that in mind, let's go over last night's batting. Let's see, and we'll see stars of the game and all. Just give me a second. Okay, so last night's stats: Trent Grisham, 4 at bats, 1 run, 1 hit, 1 K. Bellinger had 3 hits at 4 at bats, 2 runs, a home run, and an RBI. Judge 0 for 3. Judge is not looking good right now. Let's see. And a lot of people are commenting, could he just get a hit in the clutch? Yeah, we'll dissect that in a few minutes when we dissect the some individual players. Chisholm, 3 at bats, 1 run, 1 hit, 3 RBIs with the home run and 1 K. Rice had 4 at bats and the 1 big hit, 1 run, 1 hit, 1 RBI, and of course the home run. Wells, again, a terrible performance, 4 at bats and 1 K. Goldschmidt, 1 at bat and nothing. Peraza, 1 at bat, nothing. Volpe, 3 at bats, nothing. So let's see. At bats was 33, runs were 5, hits were only 6, 5 RBIs, 3 home runs. But a little bit more important, guys, the strikeouts were only 6 last night. So it was only 2 innings worth of strikeouts. They're getting a little bit better. Also, Cam Schlittler, 5 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 3 Ks, 3 walks. So that's a passable starting game. Tim Hill, 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit, 2 runs. I mean, he's a rubber arm. He really is. Loizica, a third of an inning, 2 hits. He's just not pitching well at all. 1 K. Weaver, one third of an inning, and he had 1 walk. Hamilton, again, 1/3 of an inning, gave up nothing. And Williams, 1 inning, 2 Ks. So Williams is looking really, really good. Also, while we're at it, let's give you the scoreboard update in case you missed late night scores. You had the Marlins beating the Padres 4-3. The Guardians beat the Orioles 6-3. The Pittsburgh Pirates beat the Tigers 8-5. They're in a little bit of a flunk. The Philadelphia Phillies beat the Red Sox 4-1. The Nationals beat the Reds 6-1. Toronto staying a little hot. They beat the White Sox 4-3. The Mets came back and they beat the Angels 3-2. The San Francisco Giants 9. The Atlanta Braves nothing. The Texas Rangers 6 and the Athletics 2. The Chicago Cubs shut out Kansas City 6-0. The Colorado Rockies beat the Cardinals 8-4. The Houston Astros stay hot. They beat the Diamondbacks 3-1. The Mariners beat the Brewers. They actually lost the game 1-0, 1-0. And guess what, folks? The Dodgers lost again, 10-7, 10-7. I don't know what's going on with that Dodger team, but believe me, I don't feel bad for them at all, not at all. But I don't want to be mean or rude on the broadcast. So that is your scoreboard update. That is everything that happened in the Yankee game yesterday. Now what we're going to do is we're going to bring up the main man. We're going to bring up NR Media, Nitin, and we're going to go over a few things. And hopefully he could shed some light on potential trade opportunities, what the Yankees are doing, and all of that. So we will bring him up in about a minute or so. And I really appreciate it. Nitin, as you know, has done an incredible job here on NY Yankee Mania, giving us guests. He gave us Jabba Chamberlain. He gave, the list goes on, guys. Jake McGee, just to name a few. And Nitin has been a vital part of NY Yankee Mania. So our hats go off to him. And we're just waiting for him to come on the bottom, and I will definitely bring him up. Content for tonight. So we'll have a pregame show at 4:00, everyone, and then you guys going to go to Ken the Ugly Truths channel. He's going to do the play-by-play as always. He does a fantastic job, we'll see. We'll dissect that. He dissects the game really well. And then right after that, you could come back to NY Yankee Mania, and we'll do the post game. Again, I apologize, everyone. I got some texts and emails last night. I was not feeling well, and I did not want to come on all gloom and everything, and it wasn't fair to you fans. So thank God I'm feeling a lot better. And we'll go for the whole caboodle tonight, God willing. So, without any further ado, we're going to look to bring Nitin up in a minute or so. Let's see, Jake, but he is not hitting or playing defense right now. Who is that? Who are we talking about here? Volpe. Okay. Well, my thought on Volpe. I believe he should be sent down. Just look, the Mets did that with Alvarez, and they brought him down, and look, he came back fresh. He came back actually losing it. He looks like he lost a little bit of weight, and he's moving around a little differently. Sometimes that's what you need. Hey, listen, Hall of Famers have been sent down. Look at CC Sabathia. And one time the Cleveland Indians send them down. They sent them down, and what happened was, he came back very, very strong. So, so if you send Volpe down, why not? Why not? I know the Yankees will be really, really yucky on the left side of the infield, but in all indications, we could use that time to make Volpe come back. So let's see how that goes, and we do have Nitin waiting in the wings, and we're gonna try to bring him up, and we'll see how that goes. AJ, how about sending Boone down so he could learn how to manage? Well, Jay, I understand your frustration. I really do. But again, as we keep saying, analytics is doing this, guys. That's the problem. It's a real problem. So I don't know. Can you name me somebody else that could do a better job with this analytics? That's the problem. He has that in hand, and I hate sounding like a board every day. The problem is Boone is not he's not managing to this full extent. And I really believe that. And I'm not the only ones. Millions and thousands of people believe the same thing. Heck, former players are saying that. If former players are saying that, what is going on? And by the way, on a good note, everyone, how about, what did you think about Ken pitching last night? A little bit more on how you feel about Ben Rice hitting that big home run. Do you think Ben Rice will play tonight? Who knows? Who knows? But we'll see 100% that he will. Jay says analytics cannot replace fundamental baseball, which is why do not excuse. Yeah, right. But the problem is they look at everything. They look at everything on analytics, and that's the problem here. He gets all this information, and he's got to make a decision. He's got to make a decision. Otherwise, it's going to be on his shoulders all the time, over and over and over again. That is the problem. So with that, with all of that, what do we expect him to do? If if he does something and it's wrong, then what? That's the problem here. He's, hey, Nabes, how you doing? Hope everything's going well with you. Do you guys believe that it is harder for? I know that it is a little bit rough with the analytics and everything, but do you believe that that Aaron Boone is being influenced, or this is all him? I don't believe that, guys. I don't believe that. Do you remember a time when a hot hitter would not be benched? You go with the hot hand. You definitely go with the hot hand. Definitely. But, again, you can't blame Boone on every. See, if I was Boone and I had all that information, I'd do what I want, because you know why? Like I said, you want to fire me, fire me. But he's got all that money coming to him. They're not going to do that. So he's in a win-win situation. What's he going to do? Get yelled at a little bit? I mean, I know analytics. Yes, Charles, analytics is killing the team. Without any further ado, no, I guess it's not working. It's not working with Nitin. He's in the bottom here, guys. He's going on and off. So I'm very, very sorry. Until we get that straightened out, we can't bring him up. So once he gives me a thumbs up that everything is good on his end, I will definitely bring him on. Let's take a couple of questions from the Joe Yankees at Gmail. Bob says, hey, Joe, the Yankees won a really, really big game. So now what do we do? Do we play the same people, or what do we do now? Well, that's a good question, Bob. I don't know. I really don't know. If they go with analytics, maybe he doesn't play. Maybe they look what he hits against Bassett, all of that. So I don't know. I would love to say that Ben Rice is going to be in the lineup, that Dominguez is going to be in the lineup, that Bellinger is going to be in the lineup. But I can't say, really, anything about that. And I'm hoping that Nitin, who I'm bringing up, is coming on the show now, is going to set some light here. Hey, Nitin, can you hear us? Nitin, can you hear us? All right, I'm just going to leave. There, obviously, he's having some some problem with the stream there, and hoping we could we can get this straightened out because we love his input. Let's see. Jake, Joe, I mentioned Boone said he was probably going to give Stanton a day off and Judge was going to DH. So Dominguez will likely be in there tonight. And he should be in there. That's a big problem. They just sit people. They said a really good thing. Would you sit Joe DiMaggio? I wouldn't. I definitely wouldn't. So on a 56-game hitting streak, it's the same thing. I just wouldn't do it. Cody Bellinger must play every day. No excuses. I agree with you, man. I totally agree with you. Why not? I mean, he's got to play. He's a heart and soul. He protects Aaron Judge. What do you guys think? Evan, I agree with you that Cody Bellinger should play every day, but why do you think they're not doing it? So let me hear what you guys feel. Joe, I think they need to put Dominguez at DH. Why would you DH Judge with the day off tomorrow? Good question. Tonight, everybody should be in. There's no question about it. Why not? Why do they do that? Why do they do anything? Because it's analytically drawn. It really is analytically drawn, and that's the problem. Okay, we're going to give it another try with Nitin. All right, it's obvious he's having a big problem. I'm sorry, guys. So he's not going to be able to come on today. Evan Spilsberg, Cody Bellinger must play every day, no excuses. Charles says Judge not hitting with men on base. Yes, you're right. And everybody gives Judge a pass. He gives Judge a pass. And it's getting a little tiresome. You can't touch this guy. Nobody's allowed to say something a little negative about the guy. I mean, really, he's not helping. He's not doing much. And I'm tired that, I know he's the golden boy and I know he's the team, but once in a while, he's got to get a little criticism. He's not doing anything. He's killing innings. He's got 35, 36, 37 home runs. Listen, I love the guy, but it's like you're not allowed to touch him. He is not hitting. He's killing innings. You guys are telling me that. Charles says he had 2 men on base and struck out last night. Yes, he did. But heaven forbid I say something a little bit off on Aaron Judge and everybody goes down my throat. And it's not right. I'm only telling the truth. Maybe Nitin can shed some light on it, and we're going to bring him up.
Hey, what's up?
What is going on with your stream?
I don't know. I guess streaming.
It only happens in the morning. When you're on with everybody else, everything's great.
Yeah. I don't know. All right.
It must not have its Lavazza coffee.
I don't know. What's up, Joe? What's up, chat? Good morning, everyone. Charles, Jake, FJ, Evan, Jay, everybody in the chat. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to Joe from NY Mania. Please subscribe, like, share this channel, and please subscribe to our Nitin Sports Roast show. And then please subscribe to our Job in the Mouth show. We have a show tonight. Our show will be live at 7:30 tonight for Job in the Mouth, so tune into there also.
Any guests?
I booked them former NFL player Breeshawn Breeland. He's supposed to come on at 8:45, and then we're working on another guest for tonight too.
Awesome. I definitely go on the stream, guys. Jabba, and the rest of the guys, really cool people. You got to check it out, okay? So Jabba in the Mouth tonight, 7:30. I know the Yankee game is on, but it's very easy. Just take the voice off the Yankee game, and you could do double. Listen to Ken, the Ugly Truths, and also listen to Java. There's enough to go around, so I recommend you doing that. Right now, the topic, Nitin, is this: can you at least say something a little bit about Aaron Judge? Is he just the man that you can't touch? You can't say anything negative about this guy. He's not doing well right now.
Well, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. We established that, and you have the right to what to say. And Judge, right. I agree with you. Judge has been struggling a little bit. He hasn't been the judge from the first half recently. So yes, he better step it up here. Even though he has 36 home runs, 37 home runs, he doesn't get leeway. He's everybody. He's the same exact player that same as he everybody need. It's a whole team effort here, and yes, I'm hoping tonight or whatever he does good, but he needs to step it up a little bit. But I think everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and you guys can say whatever you want.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. But the thing is that they don't agree when I say something like that. Volpe, they praise that, he's this and he's that. But, I'm sorry. But you know what? Supposedly, he might be having trouble with the hand problem. So that might be some of I don't know. He's still swinging hard, but there's something going on possibly with his hand. He was shaking his hand last night again. I caught it 2 times on camera last night. I try to watch as much as I can, but not feeling well.
And this is why Kyle Riley will win MVP. Most likely.
I agree with you.
Most likely, because he's been consistent.
Yeah, and listen, you can't tell me he doesn't have protection because Cody Bellinger has been fantastic. I remember the days everybody, trade Cody, he's batting 191. Well, look what he's doing now, guys. Come on. The guy is perfect.
Yeah. He's been playing well, and I would sign him to extension too.
Evan says Judge doesn't get any passes from me. He has to hit better with runners.
That's another thing. He needs to hit better with runners and score position. It's not only about the home runs; it's about creating runs. And yesterday, Trent Thunder won yesterday in creating runs. They played small ball yesterday, Trent Thunder. So the Yankees need to play small ball in order to create other runs, to be creating ways to score runs and in different ways. So, like bunting the ball, stealing bases, sack flies are big. They got to play like that. So
yes. Now Charles says he hits them, but lots of solo home runs. What happened to the 3? People like Belly. People like Chisholm, they hit 2-3 home run homers. Really, once in a while you'll see him hit a grand slam here and there. Listen, this isn't bashing Judge Day. It's not. But what I'm saying is, could you come through a little bit? Go ahead, Nathan.
Yeah, what's up, Ken? Ken is in the stream. Please subscribe to The Ugly Truth. Listen to his play-by-play tonight. He's one of the best out there, so shout out to Ken. And also,
No, I was going to, continuing with Ken, I want to give a big shout out and a big hug to Ken's mom.
Yep.
I hope she's doing well.
Yeah.
Please tell her that her younger grandson gives a big, big hug. And I hope and pray that when you leave there, you leave her nice and calm. Just give Mama a big hug from NY Yankee Mania, Nitin, and the whole crew.
Yep.
We love you, Ken, and we love your mom and family, and those beautiful grandkids you have. Yeah. Oh my God,
they're amazing.
Yeah, awesome. I was talking to Ken yesterday, and he was saying that the grandkids are going to come and visit.
Yeah,
he is.
He told me yesterday too.
And I think that's great because that's going to open up that she's going to be in glory with that. So Ken, kudos to you. and you do a fantastic job. I can't say enough of what you do with the play-by-play. It's awesome.
Yeah,
And,
shout out
and,
to
and there's no better person that should get kudos than Ken.
yeah.
Ever since I've met him, he's been nothing but a gem, a gentleman. And I really appreciate it. And I pick his brain any which way I can because he's super. So, Ken, again, thank you so much. We don't say it too much here, but I want to say thank you.
Yeah, please, Ken, shout out to Ken, and he's the best. Please subscribe to The Ugly Truth, please. And he does a great job with the play-by-play, and he's a great family man. His family is amazing. I got to meet his sons one of his sons on the StreamYard, and the grandkids also. They're the best, and he has an amazing family. And our prayers and thoughts are with his mom, and hopefully she gets better. And actually, he said that he's sitting at the dentist with his mother right now.
Yes, and she gave him a hard time. She didn't want to go. And she said, "No, so that's good. That means he's in good." Listen, when the older moms complain, you have nothing to worry about. It's when they don't complain is when you have a problem. So Ken, be lucky about that, and let's hope for a Yankee win tonight.
Yep.
Now, Evan, Evan gives you and your mom the best. Jake, he doesn't hit in the playoffs, meaning we're back to Judge. Mm-hmm. Does that have to change? Obviously. How do you get that to change? Why do the bells go off on this guy? Why? What do you think?
Who, Judge?
Yeah.
Because he's a star player in the league, and they think that he gets leeway, but he does. In my opinion, everybody he needs to get criticized. In my opinion.
Yeah, really. I mean, go on and on. I mean, everybody picks on Volpe, but I mean, there are other guys. And what about Wells? Does he get a pass too? I mean, why? Listen, Nitin, tell me if this makes sense. Why can the Mets send down their starting catcher? He comes back after a week and a half, and he's a completely different player. He's lost weight. He looks calmer at the plate. He's a little bit calmer behind the plate. He's doing it. So what makes people like Volpe and Wells off limits? Mm. They might need this to give them a little oomph up the backside. I mean, come on. This might be the best thing for the Yankees. Bring at least one of them down.
Yeah.
Charles says, well, stinking up the plate.
They need a strong voice to say something.
Yeah. And who is that strong voice? Because
Joe from NYY Mania is a strong voice.
I would love it. Hey, listen, Cashman, open up the ears, please. Just give it a chance. You're gonna thank me. You're gonna come on here and say we're the best show in the whole world. If you do that, I'm telling you, it's gonna be nothing but kudos to what you have done. I'm telling you, they need a little kick in the pants. Ken has an observation here, Nick.
Yeah.
You want to read it? Go ahead.
Ken says the playbook for Judge is well defined by postseason. Judge sees very few good pitches. In any given at bat, Judge may only get the real pitch. Yeah, that's true. Ken, that's true. Postseason is way different from the regular season, and the pitchers are amped up more amped up when it comes to the postseason.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you have good hitters around him, listen. Last year he had Juan Soto, and he had a very hot Giancarlo Stanton. So what's the excuse on there?
Yeah.
Why can't he hit? I mean, Judge swings at everything in the postseason. This is from Jake. This is Jake saying that. Judge swings at everything. Well, listen, my concern with Judge is if we play the Astros, I am very worried because, I mean, go look at what he's hitting against Astro pitching. It's not more than $1.25. And that is a problem. That's why Not that he did that much better against Cleveland and Kansas City last year. He did a little better. But that scares me because he just you watch his at bats against Houston, and if he conquers that, then I think the Yankees are going to go a long way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like hopeless of blaming one guy, but in the Yankee lineup, we've got holes, and they're not being fixed. Why? The Mets had a problem with their catcher. They brought him down. And if you your guy JC, he could have handled the pitching staff while Wells was in the minors. The Mets had Torrance, and they had another guy. So what makes the Yankee guy more special than the Met guy? They're both on even keel. They both weren't doing well.
I agree.
Yeah. Now, Evans says, here's Evans' comment. Yankees don't change their approach. Not everyone is a home run hitter. Right, Evan, and you're 100% right. We would love if they change the approach. Maybe choke up on the bat a little bit on 2 strikes. Move the runner over. That's what the Yankees need to be a successful team.
Mm-hmm.
Jake says, hey, Joe, and Joe, guess what? Alvarez looks 100 times better right now. Yeah, because you know what it is, Jake? They get a kick in the pants. And they say, I don't want to go back down there. Well, do something about it. Change your approach. And he did. And what has he done so far? He's won a game with a home run. He looks good at the plate. He looks good behind the plate. I mean, so what makes Wells more special? I don't get it. All he does is strike out. And they put him in, and they put him in, and they put him in, and they put him in. And it's a strikeout. You have no faith. When he's up, it's time to go to the restroom. Because you know what's going to happen. If it's 2 outs, forget it. Don't even bother.
Yep.
And I'm not being mean to Wells. I'm not. I'm not being mean to anyone. These are facts. Charles goes, Wells is a Boone guy like Volpe. Yeah, well, they come to. I guess they both love chicken parm and eggplant parm. I mean, that's the problem.
We'll get them some chicken parm dinners.
Yeah, exactly. Charles says, I like JC catching. Yeah, so we all do. We all do, and that's Nitin's guy. That is Nitin's guy. And they have 2 more catchers that they can bring up. But they're staying with the strikeout artist. Why? I think it's Cashman's decision, not Boone. Yeah, you're right, Jake. Boone can't just turn around and say, okay, you're going to the minors. No, it's going to be Cashman going to tell Boone, listen, you got to tell this guy he's going down. He's going down. Charles says, chicken parm is not doing that good. Yeah, right now it's in a whirlwind. Something's wrong. It's just coming out yucky right now. I mean, I'm telling you, something's got to change. And we've heard Nitin, we've heard so many rumors the last couple of days, but nothing's happening. I mean, yeah, I think it's because they're in Toronto. They can't make these trades, and it's hard to go from Toronto to another city and all of this, and we may have to wait till the weekend. And it stinks. It really does. And then, like Charles says, what about Flores, your guy, our guy, at AAA now? Why can't they bring? Listen, he's raking over there. Just try it. Why is everything they gotta kill every box of manageable, Nit? I don't understand it. Flores has power and he can throw. Thank you, Charles. That's what I want to hear. And I'm telling you, he's not that far away. But I'm afraid they're going to trade another catcher. Joe, Wells stats analytically have him ranked as 8th best catcher in Major League Baseball. The eyeball test doesn't match the data. That is why he gets a pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Doesn't make sense. Right now he's playing like 28.
No, but he's one of the best catchers statistically, stats-wise.
Right. Well, do you agree though that he should be in the lineup every day or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
To get more because he needs to get better at the plate, but he needs that everyday repetition.
Ken says, with regard of the trade deadline, I do not think there's a defined list of actual sellers who's available. I mean, again, it's all hearsay. It's all I don't know. Let's see, Jake. Also, a lot of people are under the impression that only the Yankees make errors. The Tigers had 3 errors yesterday. The Dodgers had 2. It's a frustrating moment, but every team is going to make an error. Yes,
no, that's true.
They do. That's 100%. That's a good statement, Jake. Very nice. Thank you. Wells can't throw anyone out.
Yep, he has to improve on that a little bit too.
Yeah, he needs that quick release like Thurman Munson. Munson didn't have the greatest of arm, but he had a great release, and that's why he and the Yankee pitchers held runners a lot better in those years too, like a Catfish Hunter and an Ed Figueroa. Those are the guys you really, really, you tip your hat to. You really do. So, so what do you see for tonight? What kind of lineup do you want to see tonight, Nathan? And who do you think will be like the star of the game? And you think Freeman's going to go out there with a fantastic game? By the way, they are on Prime tonight, everyone. Tonight is Prime Wednesday.
I think Max Fried goes 7 innings, 8 innings, 7 or 8 innings.
Wow.
9 strikeouts, 2 walks, 2 runs, 6 hits, and then my starting the game, Ben Rice.
Yeah.
Judge,
okay. Ben Rice again.
Yeah, Ben Rice, Judge, and then Chaz.
You got the whole team as usual. No, just kidding. Charles goes, we don't have a catcher like the Jays who puts the ball in play. Except he struck out in the 9th inning, which was great. I love that. They finally got that. They finally got that guy out. Finally. Jake, I'm nervous about Fried because he allowed 4 earned runs the last time out against the Jays.
Yeah, well,
it wasn't a good, but they were different. The Yankees' mindset was different then.
Yeah.
This was a big win last night, and I think they're going to move forward. Now the problem is they go from the hothouse to the penthouse because they're going to be playing the Phillies. That's not going to be an easy chore, guys.
We play them in Philly or New York?
I believe it's New York.
Wow.
Because we were there last year. Charles says Thurman Munson was great. Thurman Munson never went on the IL, guys, and sometimes he operated on one leg. He didn't believe going on the IL at that time, the disabled list. That was unbelievable, really unbelievable. Can you imagine all the years he played? So he was with the Yankees from 69, I want to say, all the way up to the time he passed away, which was 79 in what was it, August 2. And he always played hurt, Charles, always played hurt. And I'm telling you right now, if it would have been like what they have now, they probably would have put him on the IL because, he's got this, he's got that. We don't want to take a chance. They took a chance in those years, which was great. Let's go to Evan. I think Fried allowed 4 runs in 1 inning. I'm not worried. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not worried either. I think he's going to come up with a big game tonight. I really do. I'm not too concerned. I think they're going to win. The only thing, I'm not a big fan of when they're on Prime. They don't have the greatest of record, although I think they've won 2 out of the last 3. Jay says Munson was a rock. What a competitor. Yeah, you need more of those. Charles says Boone would have set Munson down? Probably because of analytics, and I think Munson would have went nuts. Munson would have said, I'm playing. I don't care if you put me in or not. Go talk to Steinbrenner because I'm playing. And that's the type of guy Munson was. That's why he would have made a great manager. A great manager. Nitin, did you ever see Munson play? I mean, really play?
No.
Or are you too young?
I was born in 95.
You never saw? Okay. So if you see,
I've heard, obviously I've heard of him, yeah, but I haven't watched him.
If you should watch some videos. This guy was a bulldog.
Yeah.
I mean, and clutch, I can't even tell you. Not one Yankee is as clutch as Thurman Munson. Not one. He was the best. Munson was a great hitter in the World Series. Yep.
I think his wife will be at the Old Timers Day, right? Yeah.
Yes, Diana Munson will be there. She's always there. So is Kay Mercer.
Mm-hmm.
Kay and usually they have Catfish Hunter's wife also, and sometimes Billy Martin's wife.
Yeah.
But I think only 2 are coming this year. So what's going on with all the let's say you have some card shows or you have some shows coming up at the Woodbridge. What's new on that? What can you tell the fans?
We have some signings coming up there, and we have some signings coming up at Mama D's and Pendantis. Shout out to Mama D's. We got Fernando Cruz coming there, and then we have Carlos LeGrand coming there. So we have a bunch of events coming up. So stay tuned.
Well, you do a lot with the New York Rangers, correct?
We do it with the Rangers sometimes. Yep.
We are going to have a very nice segment about the New York Rangers once the Yankees are finished and hopefully World Championships. I'm not going to mention who's going to be doing the analyzation for us, but trust me, you'll know the name as soon as you hear it.
And it's a big name. He just retired too.
Yeah, that's right. He's a big name, believe me when I tell you. So I'm looking forward to that. So we're gonna be analyzing. We're gonna be doing Rangers. We're gonna do some football. Of course, there's wrestling, the WWE, but I have another channel with that.
Actually, I couldn't go, but at Woodbridge we had Chris Mullen there. We had Brett Beatty and Edwin Diaz.
Brett Beatty, by the way, there's a rumor that and yes, with the trade with the Yankees. Would you do that?
I don't know. He still hasn't shown what he can do potentially.
Jake goes, guys, I'm starting to feel like I really do not want Suarez on this team. He went 0 for 4 with 3 Ks yesterday. We don't need another strikeout machine.
Mm-hmm.
You might be right. That's why I might want to go with a better contact hitter. We don't need another guy to hit the ball 5. I mean, he's a great player. Yeah, go ahead.
But Brett Beatty, I don't know. I wouldn't want Brett Beatty right now.
Hey Charles, you love your Florida Panthers, huh?
Yeah. Would you?
Yes, I wouldn't mind having him. I think there's a lot of upstart to his game, and I mean, although he's a left, I don't think he's a switch hitter. But I mean, listen, sometimes they have to add a right-handed hitter. That's the problem right now. That's the problem. Charles, I agree with you 1,000,000%. Bobby Mercer was my idol and still is. I am in touch with Kay, and we are trying to do something to get Bobby Mercer in at least in Monument Park where he belongs. He was Mr. Yankee. He did everything for the Yankees.
Yeah, let me know if she needs help with that. We can help her out with that too.
Yes, and we are. We're going to get back in touch with her as she's coming back to New York for this. But Bobby Mercer belongs there. There are people there that are questionable, in my opinion. And, and the one thing is they should not have given Billy Martin's number of Bobby Mercer. Bobby Mercer is not a number 2. He's a number 1. and in a lot of people's eyes. And that is a travesty. You want to share it? Fine. But to give it to Billy Martin, like they did, like, do you remember when they gave out Paul O'Neill's number 21? The fans went nuts.
Yep.
To a pitcher like that, that's an insult.
Who did they give it to? I forgot now.
It was what was it? Hawk? I think LaTroy Hawkins. It was It was a pitcher from the Minnesota Twins. That was a joke. That was a joke. I want to learn years when the Yankees stunk as a kid. You went through we did too. I did too. Ken from The Ugly Truth did too. But they did have some good players. I mean, Mercer was there. Roy White was there. Thurman Munson was there. And
Remember,
then,
yeah. What were you going to say?
No, I was going to say then George Steinbrenner took over. And right away, like a few days later, they traded for Lou Piniella. Then they traded for Chris Chambliss, and they went on to play at Shea Stadium. And then, of course, the big signing on New Year's Eve at 9:00 at night. Everybody joined, and believe it or not, it was amazing. I was the youngest person there at the thing. I worked my way to it on New Year's Eve, 1974. I'll never forget it. Hey, Sean, how you doing?
Welcome to the.
And Jim Catfish Hunter was the start of everything for the New York Yankees. And then
Carl said Roy White.
I mentioned Roy White. Roy White, one of the classiest Yankee players of all time. He always got a bad rap because he had a bad arm, but he played some mean outfield. You want to talk about a left fielder? Roy White was a left fielder, and I mean a good one.
Yeah.
They had let's say you go White, Mickey Rivers, and Lou Piniella, and Reggie Jackson. Those are your guys. Charles says Horace Clark. In his own way, Charles, he was a pretty decent player. You got to remember, the Yankees didn't have too many stars. Horace Clark would have been nice right now, to be honest with you. He was a switch hitter. He can run. He was their lead, and he was a bona fide leadoff hitter. So I wouldn't mind having him right now. So and those were the days, man. I used to go to the games. Right field used to be pretty empty. The stadium, I would say, had 23,000 people, if that much. But I got to tell you, the biggest thrill that I've had, aside from World Championship, is being my first game ever. My dad, rest in peace, took me to Mickey Mantle's retirement. It was a doubleheader, and I was a very young pup in '69, but I remember that like it was yesterday. By the way, you can go on YouTube. They have the whole ceremony. If you put in Mickey Mantle's retirement, you can watch it. If you're a Mantle fan, you can't miss that. But that was my first game ever, the Mickey Mantle retirement. Not bad to start my Yankee career, huh? Mm-hmm. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. So that was, and by the way, they won a doubleheader from the White Sox. Very, very big that day. So that was pretty good. Let's see what Jay has to say, Nathan. Charles, me too. I remember that. Jerry Kenny, yes, third base. Those were difficult years to be a Yankee fan. Yeah, but once CBS, they were cheap. They didn't want to spend on nothing. You want to talk about cheap? Go to CBS. They were cheap, and Steinbrenner rescued the team. And I'll never forget that first interview. And he said, we are going to win the championship within 3 to 4 years, maybe sooner. But I have a lot of work to do. And you have to be a soldier to be a Yankee. It's a big Yankee brand and all of that. And you can see that interview on YouTube also. George Steinbrenner addresses the Yankees when he bought the team. Just put that in, and you'll love it, and you'll know what the Steinbrenner family was all about. Mm-hmm. Charles, this is great to reminisce, guys. I met Ron Bloomberg and Frank Messer with the monuments on.
Yeah, speaking of Ron Bloomberg, I actually had Ron Bloomberg on my show a couple years ago.
I love Ronnie Bloomberg.
I mean, we can try and get him on your show here.
I would love Ronnie Bloomberg. I saw him running into. I mean, he was a good hitter, but he kept running into the fences. Yankee Stadium. I don't know if you guys ever saw not the first Yankee Stadium. The 344 sign was very low, and he made these great plays, but he used to jump over the fence, and they, you have, oh my God, what happened to him? What happened to him? Or bang into something. He was a very, very good hitter.
My team and I can reach out to see if he's available.
Oh, he's great. Thank
you. We had him on my show a couple years ago, like 3-4 years
the reminiscing of Ron Bloomberg was amazing. Who was, and that's a good trivia question. Who was the first Yankee ever designated hitter? Can anybody tell me?
Ron Bloomberg.
Nope.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't. He was the first left-handed hitter, but the actual first hitter was not Ron Bloomberg.
Wait, first Yankees DH or first DH overall?
The first designated hitter that ever came to the plate for the New York Yankees happened to be the first one in all of Major League Baseball.
Oh, so first Yankees DH, you mean?
Yeah. Come on there, folks.
The first Yankee designated hitter was Ron Bloomberg, it says.
Nope.
Yeah.
Jim Ray Hart.
What?
Jim Ray Hart was the first DH for the New York Yankees. Then Ron Bloomberg. I was there. I know. Ron Bloomberg was the first DH in the Major League history. Check it out. It was Jim Ray Hart. And, unless I'm losing my mind, I know.
Jim Ray Hart was not. It was Ron Bloomberg. It says here he was not. He became the DH for the Yankees in 1973, but the DH rule was the first implemented in the American League in 1973, and the first designated hitter was Ron Bloomberg.
Wow, I know it was Jim Ray Hart. I mean, maybe Jim Ray, because Jim Ray Hart was on the Yankees the same time as Bloomberg, and they were both designated hitters. Well, look, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I remember all these years it was Jim Ray Hart. But okay, if it says Bloomberg, it's Bloomberg. It is. Let's see. Lots of people don't know Monument. What is it, Charles? Lots of people don't know. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know a lot of. We go back that far. Let's see, Charles. Ron Bloomberg bat is in the Hall of Fame because he was the first DH. Okay, thank you, Charles. I maybe I meant Jim Ray Hart was the first Yankee right-handed hitter. I'm sorry. I apologize. Let's see. New person in the stream, Damon D. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. How's everything? My
team and I will reach out to Ron to see if he wants to come on the show. So.
Yeah, and then I can apologize to him because I like I said, then I guess Jim Ray Hart was the first right-handed Yankee. It's all good, Joe. Thanks, Charles. But in reminiscing, I mean, there was so many. There was, even though they were lean years. I mean, there was some great players. Could you imagine how many games we had to listen to on the radio? Channel 11, WPIX in New York City, had certain amount of games, but and then playoff games we had to listen to on the radio. It wasn't easy. Now you laugh at it. Good morning, Nasty One. Time for another win today? Yep. What'd you think of yesterday's game?
What's up, the Nasty One?
What'd you think of yesterday's game, Nasty One? I'm sure you were happy. I'm sure that, you felt like, yay, it's about time. Sean Browning, Monument Park used to be on the field. Yes, they had 3 plaques that Bobby Mercer on a long fly ball that went to the Monument Park. He had to go through the monuments to go get the ball. He went in between 1 or 2, and you could see that on YouTube. It was the funniest thing. Phil Rizzuto, Bill White, and Frank Messer. That was the best crew that I could ever remember. They were awesome. They were really, really good. I'm not going to take anything away from the Mets 3 now, and also Bob Murphy, Lindsey Nelson, and Ralph Kiner either. I was checking for an hour, hoping for an after show. I know, Nasty. I'm sorry about that. I was very not feeling well, very under the weather last night. If I didn't even have the strength to try to get a replacement or anybody, but I apologize for that. But I rather have not I missed the show than come on and make it a depressing time. So that's why I decided to do that. But God willing, it won't happen anymore.
You're feeling better now, so
I feel better. Yeah, I needed the the rest, and the headache was pounding like crazy, absolutely killing me. Nasty one, totally fine. Hope you feel better. Thank you, Nasty. I appreciate that. And one of the reasons why my head is splitting is because I'm doing so much work, and I'm being honest. I'm researching so much for this show, and to make this a really, really great experience for all of you. It's not for me. It's not for anyone but you in the chat, and it's I just love it, and I love promoting it. By the way, everyone, don't forget tomorrow at 4 p.m. we're going to have a big show with CEO of Indra Public Relations, MJ Perdone, and we're going to talk about a lot of different things. That's a special pregame show, and we're really looking forward to listening to her and all the great things that she's doing. Could be events, raising money, putting together athletes. She's been with Michael Jordan. She's been with Tom Brady. Mike, you name it. It's the who. Giants, Jets, Yankees, Mariano Rivera. But I'm going to let her tell you her story. And she just an incredible, you read her background, it's incredible. And she's going to bring it all out tomorrow at 4 p.m. And we're really looking forward to that. Nitin, I think I could bring him back. Let's see. And there he is. How you doing? Yeah, so I'm hoping you'll be either on the stream or around for the MJ interview tomorrow. I think it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, but I'm still waiting for her thing though.
Yeah, and you will. It'll get done. I was at the game when Billy Martin yanked Reggie Jackson. Oh yeah, the famous NBC game, and replaced him with Paul Blair. And I'll never forget the reaction. Paul Blair goes, Reggie goes, "Who, me?" And he says, "Yeah, go check out the manager." Jackson got in the dugout. You could see his veins in Martin's neck. Oh yeah.
Hey Joe, I gotta drop pretty soon, but
okay. Well, you want to give your final words? Go ahead.
Yeah, let's go Yankees. Hopefully we continue the winning streak, get some momentum here, and let's go. Stay tuned. And and also Giants and Jets training camp have opened back up, so training camp is officially back for all the NFL teams. So let's go.
Let's go Cowboys.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll see you at 4. Appreciate it. I will send you the link, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you, Nathan. You have a wonderful day. You're the best. Thank you for everything you do for NY Yankee Mania. Can't do it without you. Thank you so much.
See you guys.
Take care. All right, then there was one, guys. Let's see. Who am I missing here? The nasty one. Okay, let's get this. And I was going to go into the other chat. I just watched a clip of Bobby Cox pulling Andrew Jones. Yes, I remember that because he didn't run after a ball. Wish Boone had some guts like that. Well, he did do that too. Remember, he did that to Gleyber Torres, and Gleyber Torres was a different man. You got to remember that. Let's go into the email. And by the way, everyone, if you want to get in touch with the show, this is the email to do it. And it's joeyankees28@gmail.com. joeyankees28@gmail.com. Drop a comment. Let me know if you're interested in one day coming on the show and talking with us. We'd really appreciate it. I will keep that on. So like this, you guys can see it. And I really appreciate it. Let's see. Charles, I don't know why there's no sound. Is it Does everybody else hear me? It doesn't look like there's a problem. Did anyone? We're checking it out, Charles. I'm checking it out. Did anyone see Jazz jogging the first after the ground ball versus the Braves? I honestly thought Boone would pull him after that. Sean, you can hear me, right? Oh, okay. Thank you, Jake. I appreciate it. Oh, great, Charles. Thank you. And thank you for telling me. And gang, that please let me know if there's something that you're not hearing right or something's low, you got to let me know, because as long as I see our lips moving, I think that the stream is fine. But you guys are the telling force. So if there's something wrong, please let me know. Yeah, it happens, Charles. This is live. It's like live TV. It just happens. We freeze up sometimes. We go back and forth. So I'm not too concerned about it. I mean, I'm just glad that we're all back. Yeah, it froze. It happens. There could be storms somewhere. That happens on Streamline, and I always call them. I give them emails to make sure, try to avoid that. They usually tell me to reboot, but it's nothing wrong on our end. That's the thing. I mean, we don't have to reboot, but whatever. Sean Browning, thanks, again, letting us know. And Jake, really, thank you. So, guys, let's talk a little bit about tonight's game. What are you feeling? Max Fried to pitch well? How long? And also, who's going to be the star of the game? Let's get some reactions today. Charles says, I love being here with everyone, chatting with you, Joe, and everyone. Thank you, Charles. You've been nothing but supportive, and I really appreciate it. And I hope you've been telling your friends and relatives and foes to come on and join us and subscribe as we get bigger and bigger. And yesterday, I was asked a couple of times on the air about super chats and all that. And as I mentioned yesterday, because I got one in my email again, there's no super chats until we get to 500 subs. We get 500 subs and we're ready. And one of them said, don't worry about it. I want to send it. You know why, guys? Like I said yesterday, and this is from the heart, I want to earn it. I want to have 500 subs, and I don't want to do it and take any shortcuts. I want to be able to do it and say, hey, guys, we hit the 500 mark, which, by the way, when we hit 500 subscriptions here, we're going to have we're going to have a very nice giveaway for you guys. So stay tuned. And when that happens, believe me, you'll be very happy with the prize. Let's see. Jake goes, I also hope that the blister is fully healed, because it would be more harm than good to pitch with an unhealed blister. Yeah, I'm sure they're going to look at that. Charles says, Max, 7 innings, 4 strikeouts. Who's your star of the game hitting wise, Charles? Who do you think? I'd like to see everybody's reaction to that. Sean Browning, 7 innings, 8 Ks for Max. Okay, who's your hitting star? Who is the hitting star of the game? I really would like to hear who you think. Let's see. Okay. I'm more nervous about the bullpen because I highly doubt that they're going to use Weaver tonight. Yeah, you might be right. Twin Titans, Alice Stanton and Judge. Okay. That's good. Yeah, listen, if they're on the right track, they can hit Bassett tonight. There's no question about it. Absolutely no question about it. They can hit Bassett tonight. So let's honestly see what they're going to do with that. But to let everybody know again what's happening for today. So we will have a pregame show at 4:00. That's 100% sure. Right from there, we're going to go to Ken the Ugly Truth's channel, and he's going to be doing the play-by-play on his channel right after, and that's at 7 p.m. Right after that, we're going to come back here, and we're going to do the post game. roughly around 10 p.m., give or take. So I would appreciate everybody coming on, subscribing, press the like button to both shows, and to Nitin and Jabber and the Mount that starts at 7:30 also in the morning. And then late night, right at the end, we can always go to Jason Castillo's channel. He's got some great props. He's got some fun stuff, and he tells it like it is and how he feels. So with me, we tell it how it feels in the morning. Jason does it right before we go to bed in the East Coast here. So there's a lot. You're never going to be left out in the cold. One way or the other, there's going to be stuff for all of us to enjoy. Remember, they're on Prime tonight, not Yes. And if you get a chance, go take a look at Spencer Jones tonight. If you have MLB.TV, or if you have it on your phone or tablet, take a look at him. Take a look at AA and AAA, and you may see some of the guys that you may never see as a Yankee. Who knows? And who are the guys that are going to be traded for the Yankees to get to be a better team within the next couple of weeks? Remember, on that day, on the 31st, everyone, we're going to start at 9 a.m. We're going to have hopefully a couple of former ball players on. We're going to talk about the trade deadline, the nerves of a lot of people, a lot of players that might be traded. What's the mindset to it? So we're gonna be doing that. But we do come on a half hour later because we're going to be on all day, one way or the other. And it looks like it ends at 6 p.m. Eastern time, but there are trades that are announced at least for an hour or so. We'll know more or less because the Yankees usually come out and say, okay, we're done. Now, and also remember, guys, that day, the Yankees are playing a day game, so it's going to be nuts. So we have to keep our eye on the Yankee game, keep all the eyes on the trade deadline, and I'm sure Ken from The Ugly Truth will be doing that game while he's live. So we go back and forth, but we'll tell you more about that as the days go on, as we're getting closer to it. So let's get back to the chat here. Charles says, I think Chaz and Stanton will do the trick tonight. Sean Browning, Stanton, quality hitting, 269 and heating up. Bassett, last time he allowed 3 home runs. That's, again, according to Jake. So, Jake, thank you. I really appreciate that. As always, everyone, as we go to an hour and 30 minutes on the stream, thank you so much for staying with me this morning. I really appreciate it. Again, I'm sorry for the lack of no post-game last night due to the way I was feeling. But God willing, we're back. We're back going strong. And now, during the day, obviously, if there's a trade, if there's anything going on with the Yankees, and we'll give you the line, we'll send out the lineup. But when I'm on at 4 o'clock, hopefully the lineup will come out. But if there's any trades and it's significant or whatever, I come on live right away. No worries about that. And things will be on NY Yankee Mania. Tomorrow, 4 p.m., the live show with MJ Perdone. She is the CEO of Indra Public Relations. And she's going to come on. And believe me, guys, she is amazing. And you got to come and you got to definitely watch this show. Anybody that loves public relations stuff, please tell your friends and family, because you're really going to enjoy what she's talking about and how to get into it, how she broke into it. She's been there for many years, and she's a wonderful, beautiful lady. So please, by all means, check in tomorrow at 4 o'clock. But I will keep letting everybody know because I'm really excited for that show. And we have a few other shows coming up. Evan, you never have to, I'm so happy you thanked me. You never have to thank me for caring about us and putting on a good product. You're great. Wow, that's really nice, Evan. you, Charles, and everybody else, Sean, you guys have been, Jake, and everybody. I can't thank you enough. That's really, really nice. And the only thing that I ask is we make sure that we sub, and please bring the product out. Let everybody know that you do spend time listening to NY Yankee Mania, watching NY Yankee Mania. I do try to give you the best. I'm working very, 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 very hard, almost 24 hours on making the show content better, reaching out to people, reaching out to big stars and all. And it all takes time. Remember, I'm only on here 3 months, and we're hitting 250 subs. And according to the industry, that's very, very good. And we do have, I did get numbers. We do have here 39% of you watch this and have not subscribed, but they listen every day. They listen every day. I just need that 39%, some of you, to come on. And all it takes is just press the subscribe button. That's it. And I also see the demographics of who's listening. And we have a lot of people between 35 and 49 that listen to our program. Also, it's a small amount of people under 17. And our women that listen is growing. We are now at about 5 to 6%. So there's a lot of people that watch this because the streamline has been fantastic. But please, if you want more streams, and trust me when I tell you we hit that 500 subs, you're going to love the prize I'm going to be giving away. We're going to be giving away. I really, really appreciate that. And we do put on different shows and everything. I think my brain is like 24/7 NY Yankee Mania to make this the best product I can. So I can't thank you guys enough. SGA, how you doing? Welcome back. SGA, we're going to be, I would love to, if you'd like to come on 4 o'clock on the pregame show, that would be great. I've been on for an hour and a half, and it's time to actually go do some business for the show. But I really, really like your enthusiasm, and you were great the last time you were on the show. Thank you. And I know you've been spreading the word out. And I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I can't thank you enough, guys, to keep subbing and press the like button. That's almost as important. There he is. I knew I waited for Cold Italian Pizza to come on. There's the man. There he is. What do we have for breakfast? Hey, Cold Italian Pizza, take a look. This is Lavazza. Lavazza coffee. So this is, first of all, a little taste for everybody. Salute to everyone. Oh, my God, is that good? Oh, my God, that's good. Evan says, I'm happy to say I'm 21 and that your contact is great for all ages. Thank you. And Evan, as you know, the first thing I stress is the language. We will not tolerate here. You could say darn it or something like that, but anything stronger, we will not tolerate. And because I do have I know for a fact there are people under 15 years old that listen to me religiously every day. So I know that for a fact. And I don't care, they say, oh, we can curse on other creators. Fine. Then I'm not telling you just to go there. I'm just asking you not to do it on NY Yankee Mania. It's a family show, and I try to do everything family-wise. Cold Italian Pizza says, salute Goomba. Yes, we are Goombas. Cold Italian, you got to come on here. We one of the shows, you send me an email on, with the information. I can get in touch with you at joeyankees28@gmail.com. It's on the show wrap here. And when we have a little round table, remember, guys, when we do the all day show with the trade deadline, I am going to be bringing up some of you guys, but you got to give me a way to get in touch with you. And I will not put, I do not want you put the number on the comments here. Obviously, it's just, just to be safe. And I trust each and every one of you, but it's only right and fair not to do that. SGA says, I love your channel. And he says, hi to Charles. And like I said, SGA, we're going to be on at 4:00. If you're interested, send me an email, joeyankees28@gmail.com, and I will definitely work everything out with you and send you the link. Okay. I don't like doing it during the stream because it's distracting. I'm detailed oriented. I want everything. I want to know what's coming on, who's coming on, and what's happening. The only thing that I like to do in a hush that I don't know about is a possible trade. Our guy Jonathan would come on, or a few other people. We get notification there's a trade going on, especially with the New York Yankees. So that's the only time. So I like to be detailed. So if you want to come on the show, please send me an email with a way to get in touch with you, preferably a phone number. So it's a lot easier at joeyankees28@gmail.com, joeyankees28@gmail.com. So in finishing off, we have the pregame at 4:00. We have Ken the Ugly Truth at 7 p.m. to do the play-by-play. I will stop by to say hello to everyone on there. And like I said, Ken does a great job. The only thing that we need from you guys is subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family, tell any Yankee fan, tell any Met fan, tell any Dodger fan, whoever you want. Everybody's welcome here. Okay, so and we'll talk more at 4. If there's a trade, you'll know about it. Go check out NY Yankee Mania's videos. And you could see the great interview that we did with Jake McGee just the other day, a couple of weeks ago with Jabba Chamberlain. They were very honest. Last week we did Billy Sample. Billy Sample was awesome, very honest. And Billy Sample eventually will be coming back here. And he may bring some of his friends from his Yankee days. So I'm telling you guys, I'm working very, very hard. So thank you again. And I just want to say, let's go Yankees. God bless you all, and God bless America. Most importantly, stay healthy. Kiss everybody in your life. Have fun while the kids are on vacation, and take them. Go have some good times. Let us know what you guys are doing. You're going on vacation and all. We'll have a show that will talk very freely about what you guys are doing for the summertime leading into the next, let's say, school year or all of that. So there's a lot to cover, not just the Yankees, but it's everyday life. God bless you all. God bless America. God bless the Yankees. Let's make a trade. Goodbye, everybody. 4 p.m. Here we come. See you later.